back in South Korea for the 2025 Seoul Mobility Show. And since Hyundai brought us here, of course we were picked up at the airport with a couple of Genesis G90s. After settling at the hotel, the following day, our first stop was a showcase of Hyundai's robotics arm, pun slightly intended. This is the Expo Shoulder. It's a wearable robot to boost efficiency and reduce injuries. It's a wearable robot designed to assist with overhead work like shipbuilding or working on cars. And not only is it strong, it's also quite lightweight as well. Deliveries of the Expo Shoulder are expected to begin at the first half of 2025, which is now. So it's slowly making its way to workplaces around South Korea at first. Now, although that was cool, that really isn't cars, and now it's all about cars. It's a small city crossover EV that I really think Hyundai should bring to the Philippines. But that's not the main focus. The Insteroid concept is what we're here for. Hyundai Philippines invited us to Seoul to check out their latest concept car, and it is wild. It's a couple of days before Seoul Mobility Show, and they wanted to preview this Insteroid right here. Yes, it's a strange name, but it's a combination of the word Inster, which is their subcompact EV, and steroid. At first, I thought it meant something closer to like asteroid, but apparently it is like steroid because it's essentially an Inster on steroids. So I'm all alone, Kako's not here. I'll try my best to walk you guys around the car and just to show you how wild it is because it's just like absolutely crazy. They really pulled no punches and it's just like dialed up to 11. All right, starting with the front. I mean, if you just look here, it's just so much more wider. I know we don't have the Inster in the Philippines, but if you just look here, it's how wide it is. And then down here, you can see the splitter just really sticks out with some integrated canards that lead to these crazy wheels. I mean, it's like a rotary phone. Got some turbofan action going on, and you have active aero as well here on top. When you go to the side, more crazy panels that stick out, and it's just really crazy. And if you go inside, there is RGB. They say it is a gaming-inspired car, so yeah, they got that right. And I mean, what is going on here? Look at if you look at the instrument cluster, it's just absolutely crazy. It's like little pods and all that, and then over here, the steering wheel, and then handbrake or shifter, I'm not really sure what that is. And you have full-on race bucket seats, and it's absolutely crazy. We go to the back, more crazy wheel action over here. It's center lock, obviously, why wouldn't it be? And yeah, the rear wheels are pretty much exposed, and honestly, I really like how that it just really adds to the whole macho-ness and the craziness of the car. Speaking of crazy, if you look here at the back, it's an EV, so there wouldn't be any exhaust, right? But in place of that, they have speakers that stick out on the outside. And on the splitter itself, you have a little dot matrix thing going on to display different animations and whatnot. It's pretty cool. They did say it was a gaming-inspired car, and not just like 8-bit classic games, but even like Need for Speed and stuff like that. You can tell the Need for Speed Underground influence here because of these crazy speakers here in the back. I mean, remember in Underground 2 where you could change up the speakers and stuff? Yeah, and I can't believe I almost missed it. Look at this freaking wing, man. That is crazy. It's like, they didn't really need to have like a swan neck thingy going on. And then they say it also has some DRS too, so active aero on the wing as well. I absolutely love this thing. Although it is a concept and a lot of these things are probably not going to come into fruition. I mean, I really don't think a lot of the aspects that they even designed here are gonna come to a real car, like a production car, but it is a fantastic design exercise. And even the posters that they made, the art that they made for the car is fantastic. I really love the way the posters, the branding looks. It really looks like they really went all in, not just on the car, but even with the vibes, you know? It's something hard to quantify. But what can be real is that hopefully, Hyundai Philippines can bring in the Inster. I'll show some footage now of the normal Inster, which is on the other side. And it's a capable little EV with a battery up to 49 kilowatt hours and a range of 368 kilometers for the long-range variant. And it just makes so much sense for Hyundai to bring that in with the Philippines. I mean, a lot of small EVs are making waves in the country, and then I don't see why not Hyundai could bring that in. So that wraps up our little walk around of the Insteroid, and from now, we'll be going to the Seoul Mobility Show a couple of days from now, and I hope to see you guys there, and maybe we'll see some other cool cars. We're here at Seoul Mobility Show, and there is a lot to see and there's a lot of people. So I'll try to go through this as best as I can. I'm all alone. Ref is behind the camera. Thank you, Ref. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'll try my best. Let's start with Hyundai. First off, they unveiled the new IONIQ 6. It's got a more streamlined and a more agreeable look, I would say. Sharper lights up front, and it's overall much more sleeker since they removed that little ducktail in the back that some people didn't really like. What really caught my eye was this N-line version. It's got more black accents around the car, and it looks a bit more aggressive than the standard one. More aggressive even is the IONIQ 6N, which they say will be coming at Goodwood Festival of Speed this year. And now to the main highlight. This is the Hyundai Nexo. Marking a significant milestone in hydrogen mobility, the all-new Nexo targets a range of 700 kilometers from a 5-minute charge. The design is much more different from before. It's a bit more boxy, a bit more IONIQ 5, and honestly, I really like this. They call it the art of steel, and it kind of makes sense because it's so boxy and very cuadrado, so to speak. Although I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, that it kind of reminds me of a Pontiac Aztek. But I love the design regardless. So much like other Hyundai electric vehicles, there is a focus of interior space here in the Nexo. It's even got front row relaxation seats and bigger luggage capacity than before. Though I think hydrogen mobility might not come very soon here in the Philippines, Hyundai is committed to making better ways to store hydrogen since that is one of its biggest challenges. The day after the show, Hyundai took us to the Hyundai Motor Studio in Gangnam. If you ever find yourself in the area, you do not want to miss out on this. It's a brand experience space where you can explore the history of Hyundai, buy some really cool merch, and take a look at some of their historic cars. Including this Hyundai Pony, which has clocked 1.5 million kilometers. It served as a taxi overseas and found itself back home here at Seoul. There are also some really nice examples of their older cars like the Scoop, which featured their first in-house developed engine. And that does it for our Seoul Mobility Show trip. I would have really loved to show you guys the rest of the show floor. Unfortunately, there really wasn't much time. But let me give you a quick rundown of the other cars I found interesting. Porsche showed off the 992.2 GTS and the Macan Turbo EV in what I believe is called Oak Green. Absolutely gorgeous color. Over at the Kia booth, they finally launched the PV5, which I had the opportunity to check out in concept form in Taiwan for their APAC EV Day. Go check out that video if you haven't yet. I also got to see the Tasman in the metal, and boy, it's definitely polarizing to say the least. And that's that. Hopefully we get our hands on some of the cars we saw on this trip. And by that, I mean Genesis. I mean, please, any Genesis good. I mean, the GV60 Coupe, G90, HMPH, please bring it in. I promise you it will be a success.